So, welcome to this session. We will look at the 7S matrix in this session in more detail. What is this 7S matrix? It is characterized by 7 S's in the organization. It gives you the complex relationship between strategy, structure, systems, style, skill, staff and superordinate goals given by this company McKinsey. It is shown in this, you can refer to the strategic management book also, gives you in great detail. So, what is this? If you look at this, you have all these 7 S's put with interlinkages in this diagram. So, you have superordinate goals in the center, you have the strategy and the structure. This is complemented by the other S's, the 5 S's, that is the other S's, that is the systems, style, staff and skills. All this leading to the superordinate goals in the center. The question is, what is the superordinate goal? The superordinate goal in an organization refers to set of values and aspirations that goes beyond the conventional formal statement of corporate objectives and fundamental ideas around which a business is built. In other words, they represent the main values of the organization. Many times, the way the superordinate goals are mentioned, it means very less to the outside world. Take for example, IBM's superordinate goal. It is mentioned as customer service. What does customer service mean to the outside world? May not mean much. But when you are looking at IBM within, this customer service means a lot. So, anything happening with respect to their product by customer service, they mean that should be attended anywhere in the world within 24 hours. So, not many outside IBM will be knowing this, but that is what customer service stands for with respect to IBM. Look at General Electric. Progress is our most important motto. So, if you look at General Electric, so many new innovations, so many new things which are happening. Similarly, look at HP. Innovative people at all levels in the organization. So, I have given the example of one of our own organizations in the education sector, that is the Administrative Staff College of India at Hyderabad, which has its superordinate goal as we train our managers. So, again may not mean much to the outsiders, but means a lot when a training program is asked to be designed by ASCII. So, they go in depth, so many brainstorming sessions about the need for that training program in the organization concerned. So, earlier they were training only the government sector, now even the private sector is taking advantage of the facilities, the specializations, the skills available in ASCII. A lot of brainstorming work goes into designing the program many times 3 to 4 months for important programs. So, the superordinate goals may not mean much to outsiders, but have tremendous significance for those inside. So, whether it is IBM or GE or Hewlett Packard or ASCII. So, this is when we go along, we look at some of the IT organizations also. So, then what is the structure? The structure gives you the formal relationships between various positions and activities. The question is, why should you have structure? The structure is to reduce external uncertainty through forecasting, research and planning in the organization. So, if you really look at it, you should do all this in an organization to overcome external certainty. In the whole process, you are reducing internal uncertainty as well. What is happening? You are able to reduce the unpredictable random human behavior within the organization through control mechanisms. So, you cannot a division or a head of a division cannot take this type of random decisions without consulting other divisions in an organization. So, it was happening many times in most of these public sector undertakings. One divisional head would not be in constant touch with the other divisions before a strategic decision is taken. The result is there are pulls in different directions in the organization. When it comes to a head, the problem really goes beyond solving. So, these things are required to be nipped in the bud in the initial stages itself. In order to do that, you should be able to put a structure in place and ensure that such things do not happen. Many of the times you look at many of the startups, so many financial powers are given to 1 or 2 individuals in an organization like the startups. But many times we find that most of these decisions are not taken in consultation with others. The result is many of these Indian startups have found lot of operational problems as to why these people took these decisions without consulting or without knowing what is happening in the marketplace. So, this is in other words, this structure should help an organization to reduce this unpredictable random human behavior. Undertakes wide variety of activities through devices such as departmentalizations, specialization, division of labor and delegation of authority. Enables coordination of organizations activities to have focus. So, unless and until you have a structure, many times you find that organizations lack focus. So, this is one of the complaints which not only is attributed to organizations, but in the present day attributed to nations also. So, in the present day context, you find many countries do not have a focus. The best example is the present day war which is happening between Russia and Ukraine. what has happened? It has put so many countries into different thinking modes, and most of these thinking modes, if you really see, they haven't really been focused. Ukraine at the receiving end wants some things which the people who want to help Ukraine are not able to provide to the extent Ukraine desires, and Russia wants to overthrow Ukraine, not able to fully do it. So, the result is what is characterizing the decision making in most of these important national decisions to be taken by nations also many times have to be extremely focused. That focus for a national decision making comes when you have a strong leadership. If you do not have a strong leadership, many times that decision making lacks focus. So, this is what we are seeing in the present day world. So, you find that a very strong country like the United States itself is suffering from this. Okay. So, according to McKinsey, relationship between strategy and structure rarely provides structural solution, unique structural solutions, execution problems. Now, the third is yes, systems standing for rules, regulations and procedures, formal and informal, that complement the organization structure, referred to as infrastructure. So, in order to build this structure, you have to have systems. So, in order to have these systems can be formal, informal. So, this has to complement the structure. So, many times some orders are given orally, some orders are put down in writing, though many times oral orders are given, that will be again reconfirmed or affirmed in writing in the organization, so that nobody is will be put to hard troubles when investigations start happening, when the decision backfires. So, even though oral instructions are given, it is again affirmed through in writing. Style is the lever to bring about organizational change. Pattern of action taken by top management over a period of time. The best example is the style by this gentleman Rusi Modi. He adopted in Tata Steel. Even when the steel industry was going through a very hard time, Tata Steel was able to sail through this crisis periods because of Rusi Modi's leadership style. Even a well known organization in the public sector like the Steel Authority of India, SAIL, had to face the brunt of these market changes. So, many times suffered due to this brunt of market changes which came in, whereas the Tata Steel could sail through because of this style of top management functioning over a period of time. That was it was in fact characterized as the Rusi Modi style of functioning with respect to Tata Steel. The next one is staffing. Staffing is with respect to selection, placement, training and development of appropriately qualified employees. The example that I have taken is that of Hindustan Lever. So, why Hindustan Lever? Because if you look at Hindustan Lever, the most distinctive competence of Hindustan Lever is its marketing skills. Suppose they are hiring a person, they come for hiring in the campus, let us say, of well known institutions. They provide to the prospective candidate what will be his growth in the organization. Suppose you start from graduate trainee or whatever, and to what level you can grow up. In other words, the prospective candidate gets an idea of this organization and what will be his future growth in the organization. So, very important both for the organization as well as for the person concerned. The next one is on skills. One of the most crucial attributes of or capabilities of an organization. So, that is what I said, distinctive competence of Hindustan Lever is with respect to marketing, and that of telco is with respect to engineering skills. The real task of implementing strategy is one of bringing all S's into harmony, that is all the 7 S's into harmony, helps by providing a checklist for judging whether organization is ripe for implementing strategy. So, according to the analysts, it is a powerful expository tool. It is now adopted by most of the Indian organizations also in the strategic planning process. So, before they go into this strategic decision making, they do adopt this 7S matrix. Okay. So, this is of the 7 S's, the strategy and structure many times is referred to as the hardware. The other 5 S's are referred to as the software. There is a caution which people give. What is the caution? The caution is it should not be that the software should overtake the hardware or should what do you call, crowd the hardware into wrong decision making. Okay. So, the software should be acting as a good facilitator for decision making. Okay. The hardware should be used likewise. So, the important aspect of it is to bring all these 7 S's into harmony in the organization. So, this I have dealt with in my book on strategic management. Some of these, some of you who buy this book can refer to this in this chapter 2. This chapter 2 deals with this 7S framework in greater detail, that is starting from pages 27 to 33. In chapter 1 there is an appendix which gives you the corporate planning process as it started in BHEL. Okay. You can go through this, it will be very informative, and I am sure you will relish this. There is an appendix 2 in chapter 1 which tells you why this corporate planning may fail in organizations. It gives you the reasons why it fails. Kindly go through list 27 of these reasons. When you come to this 7S framework, it gives you so many things, and it tells you in 2.9, that is the review of the 7S framework. It says successful implementation requires proper alignment of different activities and processes within the organization, such as structure, resource allocation, staffing, styles, skills, style, rewards and incentives, policies and procedures, shared values and abilities. Among the 7 S's, strategy and structure are referred to as hardware. The other 5 S's are referred to as software. It is essential that while drawing up strategy for the organization, due care is taken not to give too much importance to software at the expense of the hardware. So, this is what I was trying to mention. It is important to have better alignment among the 7 S's, so that the results can be better. So, if you look at what McKinsey says, that is given in the end of page 32. In retrospect, what our framework has really done is to remind the world of professional managers that soft is hard. It has enabled us to say, in effect, all that stuff you have been dismissing for so long as the intractable, irrational, intuitive, informal organization can be managed. Clearly, it has as much more to do with the way things work or don't around your companies as the formal structures and strategies do. Not only are you foolish to ignore it, but here is a way to think about it. Here are some tools for managing it. Here really is the way to develop a new skill. What a wonderful way of stating the review of this 7S framework which they have given. Okay. So, this is there was one more gentleman by name Levitt who also prepared a model for analyzing change in organizations before the 7S framework, but somehow it did not make such an impact as the 7S framework. Okay. So, this the reason for this is it was not so complete as the 7S framework. Okay. So, we stop here for this session. We have discussed an important framework in strategic planning, that is this 7S framework. It tells an organization whether time is ripe for change. So, to that extent the organization is prepared for the management of change. So, it is not caught unawares. An important trait of a manager also is not to get caught unawares. He should be knowing what is happening with respect to either his shop or with respect to his division. Somebody from some other division should not tell him, look, this is what is happening under you, and the manager does not know that. So, it brings him out in not in good light. Okay. So, this is one of the things which the 7S framework can do for an organization. It helps them to know whether time is ripe for change. If the time is ripe for change, it also tells them, come on, go in for change. If it is not ripe for change, it says that wait till some things change in this SS, so that you can go in for change in the organization. So, whether Earlier we had so many interventions. The interventions we used to call them earlier as OD interventions, all those types of things. So, many times all these have got consummated in this 7S framework. Okay. We stop here, we continue in the next session. Thank you.